age for to keep reading new and different revelation about life not easy to accept. Don't let the things you disagree with stop you from reading further. Many of the things you don't agree with or understand when you first read them will make sense after reading more of the book. You don't skip around, it needs to be read in order to make sense. There's more book, 134 pages. Does not take too much time to read, it is worth it. Sometimes people hold a core belief that is very strong. When they are presented with the evidence that works against the belief, the new evidence cannot be accepted. It will create a feeling that is extremely uncomfortable, called cognitive dissonance. Because it is just so important to protect the core belief, you will rationalize, ignore, and even deny anything that doesn't fit in with the core belief. Franz Fanon. Cognitive dissonance. Get to know these two words. It is the unseen enemy of mankind. It does more to cause war, crime, suffering than anything else, because it prevents people from learning and changing. If you're ready to overcome your cognitive dissonance and learn the truth of life, keep reading. The first 4 pages of the book were a game changer because they are true. The problem is most people cannot see the truth of life. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Hungry doubts for all. When you see the truth for the first time, is what people call a peak moment or a moment of clarity. You get a larger percentage of what each moment of life actually contains. You are filled with life. Your mind is the gatekeeper of life, and sometimes it lets a little true life in. Most of the time it does not. Figure 1 shows how mankind currently perceives life. Figure 2 shows true life. The arrows represent life coming to you from all directions. The dotted line shows that your mind blocks most of life coming to you. Without the mind blocking life, you receive all of life, true life, and reflect it all back out. See Niagara Falls or the Grand Canyon for the first time. It's a peak moment for most people. Why does it make you feel so alive? Nothing really happens to you. Why doesn't it feel as good the second time you see it? You are seeing the same thing. The reason is your mind opens up when something is special. The truth is every moment of life is special, and you can be completely open to life most of the time. You have to see the truth, to see true life. The obvious is that which is never seen until someone expresses it simply. Khalil Gibran. The truth of life does not change anything in life except people's minds. Things stay the same. The truth just removes the unnecessary suffering, conflicts and confusions from life. The truth about life is actually very simple. It's just sad to see for the first time. Life, it all boils down to how you feel from moment to moment. How often you feel good and how often you feel bad, and it will be balanced like everything else, physical. Your infinite past was balanced, your infinite future will be too, unless you change from a physical being into a spiritual being. To change to a spiritual being, you just have to know the truth, which changes your point of view and your perspective of life, so that you start to live your life as a spiritual being. Our life is not out to be just 50-50 like the physical world, because your spiritual self or immortal self is not physical and does not need to be balanced to exist. Our physical environment cannot fundamentally change, but we can. We just have to know it to do it. Nothing's going to make any real difference in your life except separating itself from the balanced physical world. You can will change everything. The truth reveals that you don't need to experience the bad self, the good. The bad will still happen, but you perceive it differently. Good, bad, when you know the truth, you take the two sides of life, the good and the bad side, and see them as one whole. You do this by understanding with the balance and what the balancing force means. It means all bad times be passed and be compensated for by an equal amount of good times. It also means that all good times will pass and be paid for with an equal amount of bad times. You always balance. When you know the truth, you enjoy the bad times, the good times more. and still have a bad time when you cannot acknowledge your balance to get through the bad times. This is because knowing that the worse it gets, the better it will be, makes bad times almost enjoyable. And more importantly, it centers your perspective of life. You see both sides of life, whole life, true life. You do not just get 50-50, you get 100%. Knowledge of the balance takes away the reason to be mad, sad, hate, worry, envy, be disappointed. It takes away all negative emotions and feelings. Removes all stress and negative man-made feelings from your life. The mind starts disappearing, true life starts appearing. As the mind gets more, life gets bigger. As the mind shrinks, life expands. When the mind disappears completely, the perception of life becomes clear. Eventually, you think when you have to, which is not very often, you'll be able to accept the present of life, no matter what's happening. You change to a new being, a spiritual being, and you become the present. You tell now. You want to expand our life, not expand our minds, as in the 1960s. The more you live in the present, the more fulfilling life gets. Time will slow down. You see the magic wonder of life is always a child, and you will experience it without the ignorance and all the negative emotions of childhood. So you'll be able to see life better than a child sees it, or any animal has ever seen it. You will see the real world, an enchanted world. The two selves, most people are not aware of the fact that they have two different selves. Your mind and spirit consciousness, though they are seen like one thing, they are separate. The way to realize that this is true is to realize that something has to be listened to the thoughts created by your mind. What is it that hears your thoughts? There is the part of you that thinks, and there is the part of you that hears the thoughts. The thinking part is your mind, and part that hears the thoughts is your spiritual self. You don't want to show your thoughts through your ears, because your mind is already inside your head. The point is, your spiritual self receives the things that mind creates in a similar way to hearing them. Just check it out. Just ask yourself, why is it that I'm hearing the thoughts you're thinking right now? It is your spiritual self, the same thing that receives all lives. Showing the joint mankind is currently living as the mind self, and as a result does not know a spiritual self, know thyself. As Socrates said, you have to know true life, to know your true self. Perspective and perception. Same world is perceived differently by a frog and a cat and a dog, a dog, human, a child and an old woman and man. See something different. All perspectives are unique. We do not see things the way they are. We see things the way we are. People see and experience life through their own mind and senses and from their own unique perspective and awareness level. This will not change the truth. The physical world will never change. You cannot change your senses, but the way you perceive it can. Perception and perspective determine how clear and truly you see life and how fulfilling life is for you. Knowing the ultimate truth makes it possible for people to see life clearly and to be filled by it. You cannot control life, but you can change the way you see life. Animals other than man are more fulfilled because they have less mind-blocking life. They're stuck with their perspective and perception they are born with. We human beings can greatly improve our perception by learning the ultimate truth. All the problems do not stem from people not knowing the truth of life. Unhappy people look around and think, wow, there's so many people unhappy. We are progressed so far. Yet people are still unhappy. Why isn't this world a wonderful place it could be? Changing the world doesn't change us. It does not matter how much we progress materially. It will not change anything. Only learning and seeing the truth changes, and does change everything. The truth transforms a mortal man into a immortal spiritual being. It is this because the truth just shows what truly that changes everything. The truth does the same thing for the way we see the world, and for the same reason. It shows you life clearly, it shows you true life for the first time.